right is Steve Reynolds.
Thank you very much. What's your name again? Cheers, Gary. My name's Steve Reynolds, and our company is Care Fundraising Supplies, which many of you know is formerly as Care from Contraband. I'm joined by on our stand by our glamorous assistants, Joanne Wood and Anna Wilson. And it's a pleasure to be once again one of the main sponsors here at the Nahf conference. We look forward to meeting many of the new fundraisers that's attending for the first time, and also to catch up with long-term friends over the next following weekend. So, hospice fundraisers, you really have to be crackpots to be one. I feel a story coming on. An elderly Chinese woman had 2 large pots, each hung on the ends of a pole which she carried across her neck. One of the pots had a crack in it, while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water. At the end of the long walk from the stream to the house, the crack pot arrived only half full. For a full 2 years this went on daily, with the woman bringing home only 1.5 pot of water. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, but the poor crack pot was sad due to its own imperfections and miserable that could only do half what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it perceived to be a failure, it spoke to the woman one day by the stream. "I'm ashamed of myself, because the crack in the side causes water to leak out all the way back to your house." The old woman lovingly smiled. "Did you notice that there are flowers on your side of the path, but not on the other pot's side? That's because I've always known of your flaw, so I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we walk back home, you water them. For 2 years, I've been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate the table. Without you being just the way you are, there would not be the beauty to grace the house." Now, none of us are perfect. We can't magic participants to our walks, rides and other events. No matter how hard we try, we can't force people to put £5 in instead of the 50p or the copper into our collection tins. We don't have the luxury of the increased fundraising budget and lowered target expectations. In fact, it's quite the reverse. We can't prevent larger charities encroaching on your territory with bigger marketing budgets and similar events that snaffle up members from your community. Times are tough, really tough. However, what I see from up here is a sea of a beautiful array of figurative flowers, bursting with resilience, positivity, creativity and hard work and passion for your job. You may be crackpots to work in the hospice industry, but without you, the many patients and their families wouldn't benefit from the second-to-none service and care that each hospice provide. Your efforts, all of you, are the beauty that graces the house. For the new fundraisers here, and perhaps for the first time, our company has worked closely with the hospice movement for the last 15 years and have been major partners with Nahf to provide support for regional and national conferences. We provide a new design of pin badge for the Light for Life campaigns and the fabric sunflowers that are the emblems of the hospices for many. We're based up north in Huddersfield, Yorkshire, and have a complement of 14 staff. We work alongside every hospice in the UK and have some international hospices like Cadecca in Spain and Hospice Malta. The products we supply vary from medals and pin badges to soft toys and bespoke items that can be tailored for individual hospices. Alongside the usual bread and butter collection, such as the buckets and tins, we also operate a consultative type of style. The phrase, sharing the love, often springs to mind as we share ideas and concepts from other hospices that have been a success. Now, as an example, Christmas beanies. Many are finding that their main income stream for these items are schools, vets and hairdressers. However, the selling price point can only be £1. So one hospice went out in November to the local area asking for the support of local restaurants. Not for financial help, but to ask if they could put a box of beanies and a letter for all the companies that book their Christmas meal alongside the crackers and the festive garb. Well, the concept was the letter would be then highlight the needs of the local hospices, how much it costs to raise, how much the meal costs, etc., etc., and ask for a donation of £2 per toy. Now, usually how these things go, everyone passes the letter to the MD, who then pulls out crisp £10, and then everybody wants to impress the boss, and then they put out money into the box, etc., etc. thus selling tons of toys at a fabulous margin that's double the price that they normally get in schools. Fantastic. But that's not all. In January, the hospice began taking calls from the same companies that were actually there at those meals, that had read the letter in December, that didn't even know about the hospice. They were ringing to see if they could help out in some way as their chosen charity for the year. Can they help? Well, they had a best fundraising golfing day ever. They, along with their sponsored Santa, they also had table sponsors at the gala's dinners. And that's one of the ideas creatively coming from you guys to basically look at a problem and a challenge and say, well, how can we deal with this? And lo and behold, you do it. Now, some of the ideas may not be for you. However, we care for our customers, and if we can assist in any way to help bring in the funds by sharing the successes from others, then we're more than happy to do so. We can work alongside you for any bespoke products that you may want to produce for a special event or campaign. Willowwood Hospice wanted to celebrate St George's Day with a red rose, so we produced 10,000 of them along with their display boxes. Overgate Hospice has launched a sponsor a nurse campaign using a soft PVC chain. St Raphael's have taken the sunflower memory markers to stratospheric fundraising levels. Now we've been asked to design a forget-me-not along similar lines. Mountbatten Hospice have produced a mini-house collection box for schools for a Collect Your Copper campaign, so they can have competitions to colour them in. And also some of the boxes that we had earlier, they were complaining, saying, well, they're a bit too big and the little ones can't fill it in time, they don't feel they're achieving. So they've mini-sized it down. It's just another idea that they've garnished. And to show we can produce an item regardless of how odd it is, pigeons. Did you know how popular pigeon fanciers are? This campaign was used by Bluebell Wood Hospice to help raise funds. We needed to produce a soft toy pigeon. And we did. Peace Hospice bracelet and a personalised bead. We do jewellery. Golf club bag tags. Due to many golf courses offering their services to hospices, as a thank you for their support, these tags were produced for their own members, which was so well received that year that now the same golf course are offering their support twice in 1 year as a result. The list goes on and on. So if you have a particular campaign in mind or have an idea or concept that you'd like to make to a reality, please visit us on our stand in the corner and we'll be more than happy to discuss to make it happen. News from Care. Well, with the usual teething problems with our new e-commerce website, we're pleased to say that this new website is finally running smoothly and orders can be placed on the site for your ease. Your feedback will be much appreciated when you have time, because we're always looking at ways to how we can improve things and make things better. Christmas soft toy campaign. We've got an amazing selection this year. The design and quality that we've made this year, in my humble opinion, are the best we've ever produced. And then again, available to view on our stand. Light for Life, the 2013 design has now been selected and is on display at our stand over there in the corner, which is over there. Our stand, have I mentioned visiting our stand? Last of all, but I think the most important of all, is a big thank you to you all. Your loyal support in these tough times is so valued and appreciated. We at Care Fundraising Supplies give you the promise that to offer continued second-to-none service and products to match to help you now and in the future. So have a wonderful conference, and of course, don't forget to visit our stand.